Hello everyone, Bonnie here with a kind of short and sweet yoga with a strap series. This class is going to be focused on shoulder mobility. So we are going to use the strap and I'm going to take you through a few sequences of some stretches and poses. Great thing to do kind of pre or post upper body workout if you would like. So again, just about 10-15 minutes, so you can find that time, grab your yoga strap, and we will get started. All right, so it is going to be important that your strap is pretty long, so I guess I can take my arms almost all the way to full length with the strap. So if you have one that's longer than this, great, but you want to find something at least that long. And we're going to want to start with a wide grip. You're going to have more mobility the wider you go. I'm just sitting in a way that's comfortable for me, so feel free to sit on a block. You can even do this sitting on a chair or standing up if sitting's not an option. We are just going to start with a reach above the head. So on an inhale, make fist and just stretch it on up. And so I'm just bringing it so it creates a frame around my head, sitting up nice and tall, and then floating it down, keeping length through the neck. So it's a breath in and a breath out. And I do want to keep soft elbows as I move here, so stretching up and back. And each time, I'm trying to go a little further without necessarily moving the back. So what I mean by that is I'm not arching or sticking the chest out. I'm just exploring my shoulder range. And then lower, and just move. You do this at whatever pace. And as you do a couple more, when you get behind and you hit that range, that wall, bend your elbows and let it just kind of come down behind you. Push it up and back down. So take a lift and bend, and a lift and lower. Right? And you're thinking about trying to bend both elbows at the same time. That's why we have that wide grip. And make sure it's clearing the head. It shouldn't be hitting you. Mine just, I guess, hits kind of the back of my upper arms as it gets back there. And let's take one more here. And bring it on in. Now holding it about chest height. Walk the hands in a little bit. Try to keep them equal distance. We're going to pull it really, really tight. Take the right arm up, left, down. And then through center. So it's like you're squeezing them kind of past each other and up. So you're steering a big wheel. Try to keep that tension as you go back and forth. Just around and up. And we'll go one more each way. Very good. Now having it in the center, about the height of the chest. We're going to take it to one side. I want you to keep your eyes forward and just reach that back arm as far back as you can go. And then forward. And if you're starting to feel fatigue in the arms, that's normal, right? We're holding them up, pulling. Come through center. Pull back with the back arm. Keep your eyes forward. Isolating the shoulders today. And then center. Now I'm feeling that one. A little burning through the forearms, so shake them out. Next, we're going to just take these a little bit bigger. Come back to that wide position. And I'm going to come up. Now this is where we're all going to be different. Some people have a lot more hypermobility at the shoulder joint, myself included. So if your arms don't look like move the way mine do, not a big deal, no judgments. But what you're going to try to do is get the arms behind you. Advice here is just to let one arm lead and then coming back around. So I literally just want you to play with this. And if you can't keep your band taut, just let it kind of be lax for a while. Just kind of check in, especially if you have any kind of lingering issues in the shoulders. Start this nice and easy. And no rhyme or reason to kind of how you're getting around. And then we'll put a little more structure in it if you feel like you can, which is holding it straight. You come up, and before soft at that wall, you're gonna allow yourself to kind of melt into that space. You wanna keep the elbows soft, and it's trickier coming out of it, so if you need to do that little bend and wiggle, go for that, right? But that reach up and find that space, roll it around and up and back. And try it again, up and around and up and back. So just nice little seated sequence to get going here. We're gonna lay down on our bellies next. And so you're gonna come around and you're gonna bring your strap behind you. And just lay, you can turn your head to one side, and your palms are gonna face up toward the sky here. And I'm just going to pull again on it, float the arms, and just lift it up off the body. And then all the way down, and let your shoulders roll forward. So feel them roll back, hover it, and let everything just kind of fold down. And do it again, roll back, kind of hover, and let everything melt. So we're going to work now with a flipped hand. So you might want to go a little wider here. And I'm going to lift my torso as well. So I'm going to slide down, knuckles toward heels, look toward the floor, and then kind of hover. And you're not going to get, your lift is going to be slightly different. Might be higher, might be less. And then lower your arms, turn your head to the side. And take this again, reaching back, open the chest, and then lift it on up. And then lower it down and lower it down. And do that again, roll it back, hover, and lower down, and do one more of those. And down. Now we're gonna bring the strap above the head. This one becomes a little more strength-based, so really listen to your bodies here. I'm gonna just have my forehead down. Feel free to turn your head sideways. Go wide in the grip, and then try to lift the band up. And it's like we did seated before. You might be able to go up really high, or maybe not so much, and then lower it down. And find that stretch and lift, right? And you can lift the body if you need to. If you're really wide, your arms will probably be able to come all the way back again, and then they'll come up and over. But again, don't do anything that feels uncomfortable or wrong for you. We're going to reach again, and just go to wherever you can, all the way back or part way. And one last time. And bring it through. And then we're gonna come up. Now from here, I'm going to stand up. You can, again, sit or whatever works for your body here. And we're gonna take the band down by the legs and really do a full dynamic torso movement. You're gonna take your left arm and reach it kind of across. And then you're gonna raise the arms up. Sorry, mine are getting cut off here. And then you're gonna go down and outside the legs. So I'm gonna bend my knees a little bit, see if I can show you guys a little bit more. So the right arm comes up and you do kind of a rainbow over the head and down. And then through the other way, rainbow. So you really get that full dynamic stretch through the shoulders, the torso, all the way around. Bringing it up, rainbow it over. And once more up and all the way around. Wonderful job. Now we're going to take, kind of fold it in half. So if yours have loops, just hold the loops, I guess, in the right hand, and then, or just fold it here. And you're going to take both arms in front of you, and we're going to do kind of a bow and arrow pull. So as I pull back, I'm rotating, reaching with the other. So you want it just long enough that your hands are kind of at the ends, and you can really stretch back with that opposite shoulder, pressing with the other hand, and just get that rotation through the torso. Go 4, and 3, couple more here, and there's 1. Great work. Now let's bring the strap and you want to have it kind of, if you were going to put like a headband on, so it kind of comes up at the base of your neck here, and you're going to want to go really long. So what we're doing is just connecting it to our body. So as I take a side bend, I can feel it pressing into the head, reaching those arms, and then I'm going to spiral to kind of a flat back here, and then open it back up and rise, tipping to the other side. Keep it against the head as you turn, arms out, try to keep tension. Turn it back and rise up. So oftentimes we do this just at the arm and we kind of lose connection into the upper back, which is where our shoulders kind of connect. So it's a nice place to just check in with side bend here and rotate around and bring it up and come to the top. Now let it come behind, and we're going to come forward into just a, I'm going to face sideways, but nice easy forward fold. And from here, you're going to want a pretty wide grip. You can bend your knees a lot. You're going to sweep the arms up behind. So a lot of times in yoga, we will even clasp the hands here. So this is an option really, that if that doesn't work for you, you have all of this length and you can go narrow or wide. And you just start to find that reach. And remember, it's the shoulder blades rolling back, chest opening, eyes look to the mat. And you can start to reach those arms up as far as they can go. And the further they go, the more you can sink into that forward fold. Just start to feel kind of the heaviness of the head. Just sink into that stretch. And you can float the arms down. And if you want to try another variation, maybe walk the hands closer together or further apart. And same thing, just reach them up. Put a little pull on the band, and then lower those arms. Carefully press through the legs, roll yourself up to the top. Great work. So hopefully that just gave you some ideas, maybe made some things a little more accessible in terms of the shoulder mobility using your yoga strap. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you next time.